Friends, welcome back to channel NEAT. Today we are going to continue with the chapter that is known as biological classification. Today is lecture number 7 and the topic that we are discussing is about kingdom Monera. In the previous video lectures we have covered about history of kingdom Monera, general characteristics, and we are dealing about the classification of kingdom Monera. In this we have completed bacteria, actinomycetes, rickettsia and chlamydia. Today's topic that we are going to continue is with regards to mycoplasm. So let's start with today's topic regarding mycoplasms. So we'll see of the details of mycoplasms in this video lecture. So the first point, they are also known as molecules. Second point, these group of organism infect cattle in a condition which is known as pleuropneumonia disease. Third point, they were isolated from ship by two French scientists named as Nocard and Roux in year 1898. So let us see some important points that we have written here. They are also known as molecules, so this word is very important. Molecules is an Latin word where moly means soft, cutes means skin, so they are soft skin organism. Let's see the second point. Now generally these organism infect, they cause disease in the cattle. Disease which they cause to the cattle is known as pleuropneumonia disease. Let's see the third point. Though these organisms are actually affecting the cattle, they were first isolated by two French scientists named as Nocard and Roux in 1898, and it was isolated from the ship. So this point become very important. It was not isolated from cattle, it was isolated from the ship. Okay, now we'll see up some more points with respect to mycoplasm. See the fourth point, mycoplasms are also known as PPLO, which means pleuropneumonia like organism. Let's see the fifth point. Year 1929, Novak coined the term mycoplasm Mycoplasm. See the point number 6. In year 1967, two scientists named as Diot al. and Ishii et al. Both of these scientists found out that mycoplasm has capability to infect both animals as well as plant. So they named these mycoplasm as mycoplasm like organism, which was written as MLO. Number 7. In year 1974, Mara Morse grouped Spiroplasma and mycoplasm under group molecules. We'll just quickly revise some important point. Mycoplasma are also known as PPLO. This point is very important. It stands for pleuropneumonia like organism, means these are the organisms which can give you a disease that is known as pneumonia. Year 1929, Novak coined the term that is known as mycoplasm for the first time. In year 1967, Doe et al. ETAL. Whenever you are getting ETAL, it means only one particular scientist was not involved. There were a group of people who had helped the scientists for finding the research. They both found out that the mycoplasm have an ability to infect the animal as well as the plants. So they can affect both the animals and the plant. So they named them as MLO, which means mycoplasm like organism. Year 1974, Mara Morse was a scientist who has combined spiroplasm and mycoplasm in a group that is known as molecules. We will read about the structure of mycoplasm in details. Let us see the second point. The structure of mycoplasm. So let us see the structure, as the structure is really very special. Generally, mycoplasm is a 3-layered structure. So let us draw the 3 layers first and then we'll go on with the explanation. So let us draw the 3rd layer now. You have the presence of cytoplasm. You have the presence of DNA. You have the presence of ribosomes. Soluble RNAs. So let us now label this. This red color structure which is there, we call this as ribosome. Black color structure which you can see over here, we call this as soluble RNA. The blue color structure over here, we call it as DNA. And the fluid which is appearing in green dots over here, we call this as cytoplasm. Till here, this is a normal structure what you can see. Many bacteria will show you the same structure, the ribosomes, the soluble RNA, cytoplasm and the DNA, which is nothing but a floating DNA. But what is so special regarding mycoplasm is that this three layer which is made over here, which I am just rubbing out to show you it is an prokaryotic cell. Okay, so it has three layers or three coverings. So this is layer number 1, this is layer number 2, and this is layer number 3. So there are three layers surrounding mycoplasm. This point becomes very important. You can see 1, 2, 3 layer, okay, of membrane. So you have here 3 cell membranes. Okay, so this is what is a detailed structure about the mycoplasm. So let us see the description of this particular diagram now. First point, mycoplasm does not have cell wall. Fine, if you look at the diagram, okay, you cannot see a layer which is known as cell wall. Second, since they don't have cell wall, they are considered as joker of plant kingdom. So though they are considered as joker of the plant kingdom, you have to remember that it is an bacteria. It is not an plant. You have to remember this particular point very properly. So now if you can see these layers 1, 2, 3, which we have named as cell membrane, all this 3 cell membrane is made up of lipoprotein. So these are made up of lipoproteins. Let us see the third point. The ribosome which is present in the mycoplasm is of 70S type. So the ribosomes, what you can see over here, is of 70S type. Let us see the fourth point. Mycoplasms in human cause a disease as walking pneumonia. Let's see the fifth point. Since mycoplasm does not have cell wall. We are already aware of this. They do not have cell wall. So you remember this particular point. No cell wall. So there is no cell wall which is present. So mycoplasm do not have any cell wall. Drugs like penicillin could not kill them. So they cannot be killed by drug penicillin. Next point. To destroy them, we require drugs like tetracycline and chloramphenicol. call. So these drugs are required for killing them. Let us quickly revise. The first point you should remember. So you should remember this, that they do not have any cell wall. So this becomes very important point. You should remember this very properly. The ribosome which is present here, it is of 70S type. The fourth point, the mycoplasms can infect human also, and they cause a disease which is known as walking pneumonia. So this could be again an important point. You are already aware that mycoplasm do not have a cell wall. They do not have a cell wall. So drugs like penicillin, which actually acts on where? They act on the cell wall. This drug penicillin is going to destroy what? The cell wall, but they do not have cell wall. If they are not going to have cell wall, penicillin drug actually could not kill mycoplasms. So you should remember this particular point. So to destroy this particular organism, we require drugs like tetracycline, we require drug like chloramphenicol, okay, which is going to destroy the cell membrane of this organism. So we require drugs such as tetracycline and chloramphenicol. Now we will see some more physical properties that are noted in mycoplasm. Let's see the seventh point. They are pleomorphic in shape. It could be either circular, or it could be like bacillus. Bacillus is nothing but rod shape, so it might be circular or rod shape. Eighth point, its size may range from 0.1 μm to 0.5 μm. Ninth point, they are smallest free living organism. Example is PPLO. Point, agar gel culture of mycoplasm will show you fried egg like appearance under microscope. So let us now quickly revise some important points here. Okay, they are pleomorphic in shape, means they do not have a fixed shape. Either it could be circular, which is nothing but a circle shape, or either they may be bacillus. Bacillus is nothing but a rod shape organism. Point, their size may be varying from 0.1 μm to 0.5 μm depending upon the organism. These are the smallest organism. This could be straightforward MCQ. These are the smallest living organism on the earth. One of the best example is PPLO. We have seen the full form. So whenever we are doing the culture of mycoplasm on agar gel, okay, fine, we are going to get the appearance as fried egg appearance. So these were some important points that you should know with respect to mycoplasm. Here we have completed the whole topic regarding mycoplasm. Hope you like today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.